because first we had Roxas, and then now we've got Terra, or not Terra, the fuck is his name? Ventus is like Dark
Yeah.
Side, which also ironically is Sora. Then we've got
Genius.
Anti Sora.
Data
Too many
Sora.
Soras. Stop
Yeah,
giving
it's
us Soras.
yeah. But I
I
don't know.
like Sora. Don't get me wrong. I love Sora. But like there are so many Soras to keep up with. And this isn't like the MCU where you can spin a multiverse theory into it, alright?
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't have. Maybe it's just how maybe we play games different or something. But I don't know. I didn't have a problem with the battle system, and the way I loaded my deck is I would put all my zero cards at the back of my deck, so I could just tap L, get to a quick zero. But that's just my opinion. We know we discussed Resident Evil 4 like this, so I like
I
it. You
I
don't.
I how do I put it? I don't shame them for trying to make new attempts at something. It's the exact reason why I don't absolutely hate Dream Drop Distance. Um I liked it outside of its Pokemon system, you know. It was them trying to do something new. Um at least the rest of the core mechanics of the game stayed the same. Like I said, they significantly slowed down combat and gave you fast moving, fast acting enemies. And like, don't even get me started on the Ansem Riku battle. Like, that was fucking insanely complicated. And for, you know, fans of the Kingdom Hearts series to like have to go through an absolute game that, you know, is not really good to any style. I'm a TCG player. I just when I go to Kingdom Hearts, I don't want to play a TCG. I want to play an action RPG or JRPG, you know? It just I don't
No,
know.
no, no.
Like
I
it's
completely understand your point. You're not alone. There's a lot of hate for Chain. People don't like the cards. I didn't mind it. I thought it was a fun game. That's
I will give it one thing though, it did turn a lot of people on without like access to like shit that's going on in Japan or friends of word of mouth or from Japan who would tell them what's going on in Japan as far as game goes. But that actually introduced a lot was people's first introduction to some of the keyblades that were only in the final mix of the original game.
before we actually got to play it.
Yeah, there was like I think like three or four keyblades that like were in Final Mix that were in the card game that people were like, "What the fuck are these keyblades?" You know.
Yep.
Now, Sorapalooza, Yusef is in Kingdom Hearts 3 when you have to like collect all the different pieces of him, and that was fucking bullshit. I hated that so much. I was like, I was missing one, and I'm like, where the fuck is it? I'm like running all over the place trying to find it. I'm like, get me out of this MC Etcher hellscape.
All right. Uh, since we had a little bit of a not necessarily heated discussion, but both y'all went in. We got like two or three rapid fire ones before we get into the hard hitting questions.
Do I need to get
Oh,
to say
no.
my game that I hate?
What?
Do I not get to say the game that I hate?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
their turn.
oh, is it? Okay, oh my bad.
Yeah, no, we were just like he was.
Yeah.
Sorry, they're rebuttaling to me, and I
Yeah.
rebutted to that. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well then, Kylie's turn.
We found that every 2 days sucks. You're just doing missions. You're just fighting Heartless over and over and over. There's no point to it. It is cool to play as the organization members, though.
We got Roxas and fucking Axel eating fucking popsicles together. And that was the first ever game where you could actually play as like a significant amount of Roxas past like, you know, the 2 seconds that you got to play him in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2. So like, I mean, I would love just a whole game series based off of Roxas. And I'm not even talking about like Ventus. I want like pure Roxas nominee like gameplay, like story around them.
Yeah, I don't like how they handle it where you just, oh, today's mission, let's go kill this Heartless. Oh, today's mission, let's go kill that Heartless. And then, like, 20 days later, oh, here's some storyline. Like, I don't know, that annoying me. I did play through the whole game, I mean, still did it.
What was bullshit though, I will say about that game though, is that when Square Enix did the whole fucking collection of it on there, that is one of the games that they should have actually like put in like modern like system.
Yeah.
Like
Go ahead.
fuck Chain of Memories, like they should have at least made that game like, you know, like full like Kingdom Hearts style
It,
with
it,
like
it,
all of like the stuff and not like the bastardized version that it was.
it is bullshit that Dazed and Recoded got movies
Yep.
and not like an actual remake or hell, fucking emulate the DS version or something. Like, I know it wouldn't look as good compared to the other games, but
Now that it's coming on the Switch, maybe we can fucking get that.
no, we're not. We're only getting shitty cloud versions of Kingdom Hearts. Sucks.
I mean, at least like don't have to have it like physically stored on like your like system, because Kingdom Hearts 3 specifically takes up a fuck ton of space.
I don't
Plus
know.
the DLC too, which is nuts.
1.5, 2.5 should have been a cloud game. Yeah, that's we're not here.
Wait,
Okay.
I mean, I had the physical game of it, but I had like it on PS4.
No, but when it's with the Switch version
Oh,
that's coming
Switch
out,
version, yeah,
it's,
yeah, yeah.
it's 1.5, 2.5, and 3, and 2.8 cloud version. Like,
I think I understand why, because like there are like current like size limitations to the amount of data that you can store on like a volatile like flash
mhm.
device like that. It's always kind of been the limitation of cartridge type games like
Yeah.
this.
Like I mean, I understand and I get it. I think that would have been fine for 3 and 2.8, but I kind of think that 1.5, 2.5 could have been reworked. But I'm not a programmer. I don't know. Probably a bitch.
I mean, you would have to make it work with whatever like system that you're
Yeah.
using it on, so it'd probably be too bloated for what like even you could put that would register within the Switch itself.
Yeah.
You know, like the internal memory of the flash device or whatever you're using.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So, thank you for that question. So now we're gonna have a couple of rapid fire questions before we get into the hard hitting debate topics, questions, whatever you want to call them. All right. So just real simple. You don't have to give a long explanation. Just a simple answer. We'll start with Kylie. Nancy Downs asks, "What's your favorite villain in the franchise?"
Xehanort. Master Xehanort. Fucking awesome.
Uh, Betty.
So I'm gonna say something unconventional, but I like the Ice Titan fight in the Olympus Coliseum because it was very reminiscent to like parrying in like in like Street Fighter. It was not like a straight up like hack and slash. You had to have like strategy and
Oh
like
yeah.
good timing with it.
I wish
Mr.
that.
Prescott, you there? Oh no, did Kyle die again? Yeah, I think he died.
Like how you took that story in like a gameplay perspective. I took that question like a story perspective.
Oh yeah, no. Just like it's the fight I enjoy the most.
Yep. That was yeah, and I know no that is a great fight.
I can tell you what my least favorite one is too.
What?
Fucking Luxord.
I need to get that fucking DLC so I can see.
Well, even in 2, his fucking 1 and 2 is stupid ridiculous too. I hated every moment of it.
Isn't that one where you had to like pick a right card or whatever, or you I can't remember exactly how.
You had to pick a right card in Kingdom Hearts 2. If you didn't pick the right card, he'd turn you into a card.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Um,
right.
and like each time you take damage or whatever in Kingdom Hearts 2, it went to your HP bar. Your
Mhm.
HP bar hit 0, boom. However, in the new game, it's time limit based.
Wow.
And the damage you take doesn't go to your HP, it goes to your time limit bar.
God.
So not only is it you can lose from running out of time and not getting hit. Like, even if you're not taking hits, you'll still run out of time if you're not doing damage. You can literally get, like, stalled the fuck out. And if you get hit by, like, 2 combos, most of your time's gone.
Well, that sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
Three fucking sucks. And unless you're, like, frame perfect with your shit, it's insanely hard. He's the one I'm stuck on that's preventing me from going to the final secret one, which uh, Kylie has not played yet, so I haven't spoiled it.
What do we do now?
I mean, we're waiting for fucking Prescott to get the fuck back on here.
I love how Joe is bragging they have badass internet now, and it's not.
I mean, I'll give him like 5 minutes and see if he comes back. If he doesn't come back within like 5 minutes, then I think we'll call it for here, or at least for now. I know you had more questions, but it is getting kind of late. The missus works, so
See what happens.
I just did, babe. I just responded to it. Yeah, what the fuck's he using? Spectrum? He's using Comcast?
Pretty sure it's Xfinity, but no. I have Xfinity too, and I don't have these issues.
Oh man, I used to work for a company that contracted for Comcast. It was not fun. It was not at all.
The only decent thing we can get in this area. Oh shit! Hello.
Yusuf said he's piggybacking off of McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Hey, shut up.
You got them potato internets. You got that DSL.
I don't know why it keeps messing up. It's weird. But
Well,
okay,
I
so
mean, for one, are you using Wi-Fi?
yeah,
Is there a microwave in between your wireless access point and where you're using the laptop?
no,
Is there any major like pipes, like a bathroom or something?
yeah. There's literally a bathroom right
That could
next to my
also
room.
be why, because some piping could also interfere with signals.
Oh, gotcha. Well, anyway,
But
I'm gonna do it
what
off
you
my phone through voice chat real quick.
what you can do is you can also get a Wi-Fi range extender and like just plug it in your room and connect it to your modem.
Yeah.
How
So
much? What?
until my internet pops back up, I'm gonna do it off my phone.
How much more do you lack, Prescott, with questions?
Yeah, because Cece's got to get ready for work soon, so I'm considering hopping off.
Well, all the good. I haven't got to the good questions yet.
I guess
Well,
we.
There's
I guess
I
we
will
could.
try to keep my answers concise so we can get through some of them.
I guess let's do the rapid fire, and then we'll see what it looks like from there.
So here, there's one. There's 6 really good questions and 3 rapid fire.
I mean, I can try to go through some of the longer ones with a shorter, conciser answer.
Okay, cool. Let's do the rapid fire ones then real quick.
Okay.
Okay, oh, I already did one of them. All right, so Kevin Williamson asks, "What's
My
your
God.
what's the easiest battle in your opinion?" We'll go with Teddy first.
Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2 with the honey keyblade. Sephiroth is supposed to be insanely oppressive, but if you can beat him with like a keyblade that's detrimental to your strength, it's super like beast mode at that point. So it becomes like insanely easy if you can do it with that weapon. I also used to run a challenge where I would beat Kingdom Hearts 1 Sephiroth with the original keyblade. but that was like way more complicated than Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2. Even on the harder difficulties, you can still beat him with the honeypot keyblade. It's not hard at all to do so.
I got one for you on that. I, I have a video on YouTube where I hacked in the wooden sword, beat Sephiroth with that.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, of like legitimate, of a legitimate ways.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know the
Alright.
easiest battle. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know. The first time you fight Darkseid, it's not really complicated. Like fighting Selfie on the beach is pretty easy too. Like, I don't, no, Waka, because you can just knock his fucking ball back at him.
Fucking yeah, hit his ball. Selfie was the hard one because she couldn't barely see the fucking nunchuck when she threw it at you
Mm-hmm.
to like tech it right.
Yep.
Titus was just pretty standard. He'd run up to you, you would like hit when he hit.
Yep.
Okay. Uh, and last, Adam Maitland asked, "What is, in your opinion, the worst party members?" And we'll go with Teddy first.
Donald fucking Duck. Easy.
Donald fucking Duck all day, every day. When I'm fucking in critical, I got the once more, I got hit by a big move. I got one fucking HP, and you gonna cast goddamn fire? Stupid ass duck. Sorry, repressed memories.
Anytime I feel like Donald's gonna fuck me like that, I interrupt his casting by casting Duck Flare. Especially in Kingdom Hearts 2, because then he can't use his MP because I've effectively blocked him from using it.
Yep.
At least I'll get like iframes out of it.
Kylie.
I just said
Oh,
Donald Duck.
okay. So it's unanimous that Donald Duck sucks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't heal, you suck.
Even if you turn his other abilities
Not
off,
only does the motherfucker not heal, but in Kingdom Hearts 1, that motherfucker would use fire every fucking time, and he would light Trickmaster's fucking wands on fire. And it would turn a normal, average difficulty boss into an insanely difficult boss because it would increase his damage.
Yep.
Donald Duck was just there to fucking troll you.
All right. And this one, will probably a little bit more of an explanation, but it's just it's your own personal opinion. We'll start with Kylie. Willow Rosenberg asks, "What's your favorite moment of the series?"
fuck. I don't know if I want to say. I don't know if I want to say the BBS trilogy, or the BBS characters, Terra, Vin, and Aqua being reunited, or the 3 Fight Over 2 Days trio being reunited. Because both of those, the feels. I don't know. I'm just gonna say yes to both of them. Probably one of those, or some of the parts at the end of 3 when I don't know. Teddy.
Yeah, no, I'm completely agreement when everybody gets like reintroduced. Not only do they like reintroduce Ventus, who's been like asleep since that 5 ever. We finally got back Aqua, where she was like, not all dark and broody and trying to kill you and stuff. Uh, then they made a body for the one who was trying to steal away from the Keyblade powers away from Roxas.
Yeah, Shion.
I think their name's Xian. I'm glad they like brought her back and found a way to bring them back. Excuse me, because like they were probably like one of the like the story of those three bonding, so like those three reuniting was just like super impactful. Plus, I like Aquaterra and Ventus, or yeah.
Yep.
So I like their reuniting, and like 3 pretty much did all of those things at once. So
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you weren't like teary eyed during that final battle of the entirety of the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, are you even human? Did you even play Kingdom Hearts? There are certain parts you're like, oh god, the feels.
Yusef says for him it's the fight in Kingdom Hearts 2 before between Roxas and Axel after Roxas regains his memories.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In the Data world, yeah, that's a pretty solid battle. The first time you ever dual wield Keyblades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we're gonna get into some of the more hard hitting questions.
How big is Sora's dick? What? Huh?
All right, we'll start with.
I mean, that motherfucker's got like 13 or like in between 13 to 16 size shoes. He's got a massive one, if we're being frank.
That's
Go ahead.
hilarious.
Go ahead, Prescott.
All right, so we'll start with Teddy. Cat Harvey asked if you could only have 5 Kingdom Hearts games in the series and the rest disappear. What 5 do you choose?
Okay, so I would do storyline. I have to do Chain of Memories. I would do 1, 2, or sorry, 1 Chain of Memories, 2, Birth by Sleep, and then 3. No Dream Drop, no other wonky shit, just the main series and the conclusion.
Okay.
I'm trying to count to make sure I hit the actual right number. So 1 Chain of Memories, 2 Birth by Sleep, 3. Yeah, 5.
Okay. Kali.
I would almost say 1, 2 BBS or 1, 2 BBS Dream Drop. Even though I sit here and defended the fuck out of Chain, and Chain has a lot of story in it, I figure they could.
The thing that made me mad about Dream Drop, but like I wish I could rate it higher. I love the fact that we got to see new worlds, like uh, a different Peter Pan area. Like we got to see
Hunchback.
trying to think of areas. We got to see a Lilo and Stitch world, um, or not Lilo and Stitch. Well, you got to see Pinocchio's world, and they got to go to the island of jackasses, as I call it. Um,
You get to see the Hunchback world. You get to see the Fantasia
oh yeah,
world.
Hunchback world. Fantasia was kind of hit or miss. To be fair, I could take that world or leave it. Um, but I didn't like the fact that there were no Final Fantasy characters in it, because Square Enix had established long prior to that this was Disney meets Final Fantasy, not Disney meets Square Enix properties.
Yeah.
Because if we want to be frank about it, now you could put an Avenger in a Kingdom Hearts game because Disney owns it, and Square Enix made a Disney Marvel game.
Hey, I thought for fucking sure there was going to be a Marvel World in 3. As we were leading up to 3's coming out, I was like, there's going to be one. There's got to be one.
No, we got something way fucking better. We got Big Fucking Hero 6. Way better.
I've never seen
How dare? How dare you?
It is the perfect like amalgamation of like Western comics and like Japanese manga.
it. Yeah, I've heard it.
It's very fucking good.
Just the brief bit I get to see when as playing Kingdom Hearts 3, I was like, I need to see this movie at this point.
Oh yeah, Baymax is fucking great. I love doing the with my niece Calliope. We always do the blah with the knuckle bump.
All right, we got 5 more.
Jesus Christ.
It'll be fun. These are really good questions, I believe. So we'll go with Kali. Lydia Dietz asks if you could only show someone one Kingdom Hearts battle in the whole series, which would it be and why?
I think I know what I've got a decent idea what Teddy might say. So, ooh, no. I'd either say something like Terravin and Aqua fighting Xehanort and just getting their asses handed to them because it's very impactful and kind of sets up everything that happens. Or Sora, Riku, and Mickey and all them finally defeating Xehanort. I don't know. Both of them have really good story implications. But I mean, if I want to do something like gameplay wise, find somebody that's really fucking good at the game, fighting the Lingering Will on Critical. That's fun. That's fun to watch. But go ahead, Teddy.
For me personally, I would show them uh Sora, Donald, and Goofy in the Underground Coliseum versus Tifa, Cloud, and I believe Leon. If it's not Leon, then it's Yuffie. But that combination battle, it's just literally shows them literally the personification of Disney meets Final Fantasy.
Yeah, yeah, there. I guess so. But
Good answer. All right.
Tifa was a bitch in that fight too, by the way.
Yeah, we'll go with Teddy. Now back to Teddy. Uh, Roger Jackson asks if you could only show someone one game from the series, which would it be and why? If you're showing someone who's never played Kingdom Hearts one game out of the series, which one would it be and why?
I would show them something less daunting, so I think between the two, I would have to say Birth by Sleep. It feels like an easy entryway into the series without super punishing mechanics. I can't even say that about the first game because it had plenty of punishing mechanics, especially with Sephiroth and his hidden HP bars. Um, Birth by Sleep, however, felt easy to pick up and had a lot of like new stuff to bring new people into the franchise. So Birth by Sleep would probably be it. Plus, it's easy. It was easier to navigate the controls than the PS2 was sometimes.
I would actually probably say someone's never played the series and it's 2021. I'm going to introduce them. I would probably say the HD remaster of the first game because it fixed a bunch of the control issues, and the first game is just so it could stand by itself as a game without having too many questions at the end of the game. There's where did Mickey and Riku go and stuff like that you could think about, but it has enough of a ending you could say that it would. I think someone will be satisfied just playing the first game, especially if you're doing the HD remake.
I mean, I wasn't when I saw that fucking hidden trailer at the end. It was like, where's Sora? What happened to Sora? What the fuck's going on? And then they showed the Neo shadows, and I was like, New Heartless. I was fucking hyped for that shit.
I know the feeling.
Good answers. Kylie, Spencer Charnas asks if legalities weren't an issue, what properties would you like to see brought into the Kingdom Hearts series?
Like what world would I want to see?
No, if there was no legal issues, what properties would you like to see brought in? As in, out of everything you can think of that legally wouldn't be allowed to be put in Kingdom Hearts right now, if there was no legal issues and anything could be brought in, what would you like to see brought in?
I mean, the only thing I can think of, and it wouldn't be an issue at all because Disney owns it, but Star Wars would be hilarious to be. I would think that'd be interesting to see lightsabers and keyblades go against each other. You think the lightsaber would cut through it, but like magic would prevent it or whatever. But I can't really think. I can't really think. I don't really know of a property or an anime or a manga or a cartoon or a movie or something that I'd want in Kingdom Hearts. I don't really.
I bet I know what Teddy would bring in.
I assure you, you don't.
I was gonna say Beyblade.
I would
Fucking
fucking
Sora beats Heartless. He
die.
just launches a Beyblade.
God, that would be
He's
hilarious.
got the Excalius Keyblade, or he's got the Excalius Beyblade, and the sword tip of it, instead of it just being a normal point, it's a fucking key.
Let's
God, that cracked me up. Or he becomes the Beyblade.
let's take Channing Memories, but instead it's like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Magic the Gathering cards. You're just sitting there playing that instead of the fucking card battle system.
My God.
A Teddy.
I'm kind of torn right now. Because the pragmatic, if I'm thinking specifically how feasible it would be if Disney would implement it, I would want to say Moana. You can go to the world of the monsters, you can go to Te-Fiti, you could possibly fight Taka. You know, there's so much you could do with that. But as far as like a video game, like major crossover franchise, honestly, I'd love to see a Breath of the Wild world, because it wouldn't be too far of like a departure, but it would still introduce interesting characters that could interact with Heartless. Like, I'd love to see an interaction between an Octorok and a Heartless, like maybe a Shadow or something. I'd like to see what they would do possibly with Ganon if they turn him into a Heartless of some sort. I just think that would be really, really cool. Just keep the weapon durability out of it. Like,
I mean, that you could say just Legend of Zelda in general.
well, I mean, specifically Breath of the Wild, because like the open world exploration fantasy fits really well with like the Unreal Engine that they both use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like
Fucking
that.
Yusef says, I would love to see Doom so we can have Doom Guy as a party member and we can leave Donald the Rotten Hell.
Down for that.
Can you imagine Doom Guy?
I mean,
just randomly in
People
Kingdom
thought he
Hearts?
was gonna be in Smash Bros.
he technically is, kind of. The me costume.
I mean, but he's not in it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, they also thought Master Chief was gonna be in it. Like,
I done told I done told all these Microsoft fanboys, you got your fucking Microsoft representation with Banjo-Kazooie and Steve from Minecraft. Don't give me, you got it. You don't need your damn Master Chief.
excuse me, Banjo-Kazooie was a Nintendo product before it was a Microsoft product.
Yeah, but Microsoft owns it now, so it's Microsoft representation.
I mean, technically, it's also still Nintendo representation because Nintendo owns the rights to Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah. As a Microsoft fan, we don't claim Banjo-Kazooie as a representation of us.
Yeah, but
Yeah, because fucking Nuts and Bolts sucked ass.
All right, two more. We'll go with Teddy with this one. I believe is it Teddy's turn or Kylie's turn?
I believe it's Kylie's turn.
Okay, Kylie's turn. Okay, Danny Ardor as
Marcus Phoenix and Smash. Oh my God, from Gears of War.
Oh my God. Danny Ardor asks, where do you see the future of Kingdom Hearts going?
fucking no. Well, that since the fact that I've not played Remind, or apparently there's some story stuff in the Memory of Melody game. I guess we're gonna continue with Sora. It's gonna be doing some shit, some kind of new bad guy. I don't know, like, I don't know. Nomura's crazy, so who knows? To be honest with
Okay. Teddy?
I mean, Nomura also said that he kind of wanted to end Sora's story or like that arc of like Kingdom Hearts
you.
with 3. So I'm kind of torn because I would like more of Sora, but also I need a break from Sora. I would, like I said, I would like to see a game that actually fully follows Roxas and like lets Roxas do his own thing now that he's independent of Sora. Um, I think him, Axel, or slash Leah, whatever, uh, Axel and Shion can like go do their own thing, be like infinite other directions that you could take it in, and it would still be just as good of a game series to me.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
So I would like that's what I would like them to do. I'd like them to focus on Roxas Namne, Axel, and also let Namne do something. Like, for God's sake, she's literally standing there doing nothing through 90% of the franchise. Please let her shine.
Also, don't you mean to say Lee, not Axel? He's a somebody now, Teddy. Use his real name.
Well, I do believe at some point in time he does like let Roxas call him Axel.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that he says at some point that he doesn't care, like calling me the name, but it is
Yeah,
funny.
he's just like, I understand you're talking to me.
Yep.
He's like, our hearts connect. I understand what you mean. Our love knows no bound. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, can we have a game like where it's like Halo Reach, but it's Squall failing to save Radiant Garden?
Oh my god.
The game ends up with you finding a way to escape, and it's the Traverse Town.
All right.
I mean, anything to give me more Squall. I'm not complaining about that.
We
I'd
got
rather
one.
him have stuff to do than him be dead in fucking La La Land because of time compression.
Yeah. We got one more. And we'll go with Teddy.
Yes, sir.
Leslie Vernon asks, what one moment from the entire series, whether it's a battle, a cutscene, etc., would you show someone who's never played Kingdom Hearts to convince them to pick up the series?
Oh, easy. The fucking commercial that they dropped from back in the day where they had Simple and Clean's like techno remix. Like that commercial was what absolutely got me fucking hooked. So I would show them the first ever thing that got me connected to the series. And if they're like, "Oh, that's cool, that's neat, and I'm interested," then I'll introduce them to more other stuff, some of the other stuff in the series. But I would first show them that commercial because like if they fall in love with it at its like baby stages, then they're going to love it the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that because I can't think of something specific from the game that you can just show somebody like they're like, oh, um, I don't know, maybe.
You can show them the sexual tension between Roxas and Sora the entire series.
And now we've made it gay. Um, yeah, I guess that trailer would probably be the best thing. Um, I mean, you could just pretty much show them just pretty much any battle, like where you see what's this random kid doing swinging a sword shaped like a key in freaking Halloween Town. Like,
Hey kid, have you ever wanted to see some random JRPG character beat up on Pete from Goof Troop? Oh, they're in black and white. You're like Steamboat Willie. Oh god, the first time Sora met Donald and Goofy, I hated that. Like they were so annoying at first. Like the first time I ever played it. By
Yeah.
the time I played the HD remasters of it, I got used to them.
All right, that's all the questions that were submitted
By real, actual people, no less.
by real actual people, ranging
Yeah.
from many different career paths.
It's that the all them connections you got, Prescott.
It's what it is.
It's the AEW connections.
AEW connections. Apparently got connections to mass serial killers.
Your network is just huge.
It's massive.
Oh my god,
Any
it's because you're a fan of MDK and
that's what it is, yeah. Any closing arguments or closing thoughts?
Kingdom Hearts is a fantastic series, and if you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Kingdom Hearts is a hot fucking mess. But it is a beautiful hot fucking mess filled with a lot of tear-wrenching fucking moments. And we've got fucking cool ass fucking like battles in it. I mean, like I don't know what to say. Like it probably peaked like Square Enix and Final Fantasy both at the same time. When Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, it was like massively popular. I think it was probably more popular than Final Fantasy X, which also came out in a very similar time. Which says a fucking lot. Um, and it did way better than 10-2, which absolutely floundered. Uh, but like, I don't think I will connect to a game as much as I did with this game if I didn't have like friends that I played it with like growing up. Um, if you're new getting into the franchise, the best way if you want to learn uh more or get further into it is like there's a large community for it. Most of us are positive. Um
I seem vicious, and like I throw the F bomb around. I'm not really like if you don't like the series, I'm not gonna hate on you. If you don't like certain parts of it, I don't care. We can discuss it like me and Teddy have done here. Like I will say this, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Teddy, but you gotta play every game, or at least like read synopsis. You can't play 1, 2, 3 and get the story. A lot of people seem to have done that, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" I'm like, "Did you play any of the other games?" But yeah,
Most people think linearly. Like they think Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 4.
yep.
But when reality it's like Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 4, then it's the Mystic whatever, that's like the after story for Final Fantasy 4, Mystic Quest or something like that.
After you,
Well, there was like another name for it in like Japan, if I remember correctly.
I don't know, there's four, and then there's four the after you.
First got the game we named Peace. Who got the furthest before turning off the PS? Wow, that's rough. I used to do that with Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. That's why I got so good at speedrunning Resident Evil 3.
I think I learned
It's
from my
because
uncle like you have to have a memory card. It doesn't save just on the disc or cartridge or whatever anymore.
oh man, the Dreamcast was the worst because their memory cards were stupid expensive. So like you had essentially if you didn't have the money to drop $50 on one memory card, like you pretty much couldn't save any of your games. Cuz like the internal memory was like used to store like computing stuff to like access the internet and shit. But yeah, I mean, to get back what I was saying, I think getting involved with the community, falling in love with it. If you're a Disney fan, you're gonna love it. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, you're gonna love it. If you're a Disney and Final Fantasy fan,
You're
that's a
really gonna love
weird
it.
niche, but you're in the perfect place.
I mean, that's
If you're a Doctor Who fan, it's got as much convoluted plot, so I mean, you might be able to follow along there.
I
But
mean, but
overall, like, it was something I didn't know that I needed until I saw it. And it was a weird experiment that the two companies tried. It turned out fantastically, and I think the world's a better place for it. This is the good place, the good timeline, because we have Kingdom Hearts.
yeah, it's like we said at the beginning. As someone who grew up watching Disney movies, and then as I was older playing Final Fantasy games, and all of a sudden in 2002 they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make a game combining that." I'm like, huh? And it works somehow.
I'm still waiting for a Rescuers or a Great Mouse Detective World as well.
Right.
Because that was one of the original rumors for Kingdom Hearts 2, was that they were going to have a Great Mouse Detective World. And they're like, oh, there's no way they're going to pull it off. What are they going to do? Turn them into rats? And oh, look, in Kingdom Hearts 2, they turned fucking Sora into a lion.
Yep. Or like how
Like, give me my goddamn Great Mouse Detective World.
or they could do like they did in BBS, where they just shrink them down to rat size.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, they did it in the first game when they shrunk you down to tiny size because of Alice in Wonderland.
I don't think a sonic screwdriver keyblade would be too powerful. Two things that could literally unlock anything combined.
I mean, what if the Keyblade is a sonic screwdriver? I mean, it technically can open any lock. I mean,
But yeah, if you want to play Kingdom Hearts, I would recommend maybe watch a
oh
few.
my god, that's its one drawback. It can open any lock, but unless it's on a wooden door.
But
That's a movie reference. I get it, Yusuf.
if you want to play Kingdom Hearts now, it's actually pretty easy because with the HD 1.5, 2.5 collection, you can just I think, and then I know it's only like $20 on PS4. I think the Xbox version's a little more expensive, and I'm not sure how much the PC version is, but it's fairly easy to get it and play through it and have fun.
Also, do not do if you do get those collections and you are interested in the storyline of the games that they chose to emit. There are plenty of let's plays or long plays or speed runs that you can. I don't recommend speed runs if you're wanting to learn the story. So you can actually do let's plays with that have no audio commentary, that just do the full story of the game, so you can understand what happened in the game. Um, without like having those like awful like cut scenes or like tiny bits of dialogue that they did for those games.
Yeah. Anything else, Prescott? Are we done?
I mean, that was y'all's closing thoughts and stuff. I think that about wraps it up. If y'all are fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. I do have to hop off, so I'm gonna drop out of call and then I'm gonna say goodbye to stream. But thanks for discussing with it, and
Yep.
thanks everybody for coming to hang out.
It was fun.
And thank you to everyone who submitted questions. All of you real people.
They are real
Including
people.
Gunner.
It's
Whining.
gonna have a final question for us.
Thanks
No,
for coming by, Yusuf.
Later.
See you.
Peace.
All right. And now, before I go, let's see. I want to raise somebody real quick. Let me see who's streaming. My chat does not want to work anymore. Well, my chat doesn't work, so hopefully I can do it on here. Hold on just a second. So, all right. Here we go. All right, bye.